Hi everyone, it's Chaplain Ward here. I was thinking about the aspect of contentment, what that means, particularly in our quote-unquote new normal, in the life that we are experiencing. For some of you, life is slowly getting back to normal with states being opened up, and I urge you to exercise caution with that and maintaining your health and that of your loved ones. But I came across this story by Max Lucado called A Street Vendor Named Contentment. I wanted to read it to you, and I pray that it gives you a little bit of encouragement and blessing as you go about your day. An hour of contentment. A precious moment of peace. A few minutes of relaxation. Each of us has a setting in which contentment pays a visit. Early in the morning while the coffee is hot and everyone else is asleep. Late at night when you kiss your 6-year-old's sleepy eyes. In a boat on a lake when memories of a life well lived are vivid. In the companionship of a dog-eared, even tear-stained Bible or other sacred text. In the arms of a spouse. At Thanksgiving dinner or sitting near the Christmas tree. An hour of contentment. An hour when deadlines are forgotten and strivings have ceased. But unfortunately, in our squirrel cages of schedules, contests, and side glancing, hours like these are about as common as one-legged monkeys. In our world, contentment is a strange street vendor, roaming, looking for a home, but seldom finding an open door. This old salesman moves slowly from house to house, tapping on windows, knocking on doors, offering his wares, an hour of peace, a smile of contentment, a sigh of relief. But his goods are seldom taken. We are too busy to be content. Not now, thank you. I've too much to do, we say. Too many marks to be made, too many achievements to be achieved, too many dollars to be saved, too many promotions to be earned. And besides, if I'm content, someone might think I've lost my ambition. So the street vendor named Contentment moves on. My list of things was, for the most part, undone. My responsibilities were just as burdensome as ever. Calls to be made, letters to be written, checkbooks to be balanced. But a funny thing happened on the way to the rat race that made me slip into neutral. Just as I got my sleeves rolled up, just as the old engine was starting to purr, just as I was getting a good head of steam, my infant daughter, Jenna, needed to be held. She had a stomach ache. Mom was in the bath, so it fell to Daddy to pick her up. She was 3 weeks old today. At first, I started trying to do things with one hand and hold her with the other. You're smiling. You've tried that too? Just when I realized that was impossible, I also realized that it was not at all what I was wanting to do. I sat down and held her tight little tummy against my chest. She began to relax. A big sigh escaped her lungs. Her whimpers became gurgles. She slid down my chest until her little ear was right on top of my heart. That's when her arms went limp and she fell asleep. And that's when the street vendor knocked at my door. Goodbye, schedule. See you later, routine. Come back tomorrow, deadlines. Hello, contentment. Come on in. I hope you enjoyed that story by Max Lucado called A Street Vendor Named Contentment. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, in the scurry and flurry of trying to figure out our schedules, in the moments when we're just trying to carve out a little time for ourselves, don't consider yourself selfish. You need that time. You need that moment to unwind. You need that moment to unplug, to just be with your God, to be with yourself, to just take a moment and unwind. So may you carve out that moment for yourself today, tomorrow, sometime where it's just you, and explain it to your family, the importance of being content. to remember that somewhere, someone around the world is not as fortunate as you are. And just be blessed as you go about the remainder of your day. Have an awesome week, and until I see you again, remember you're not alone.